Well, hello everyone. Today is Saturday, and guess what that means? It's time for Small Business Saturday Shout Out. I'm your host, Alicia Couri, and we have an amazing guest today. We're going to talk about mindset. We have a great speaker with us, so stick around. Well, hello, and welcome to Small Business Saturday Shout Out. I am your host, Alicia Curry, and I am here today to share an amazing speaker with you. But before we get him up on the show, I want to make sure I do a little housekeeping. And first of all, welcome all of you who are watching us live today. And if you're watching on the replay, thank you. Thank you so much for checking us out. We are live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitch. So say hello. You are welcome to leave us a comment, give us a like, share this out with a friend, another business owner, but also you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're on YouTube and you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our amazing content here on Small Business Saturday Shout Out or on the YouTube channel. So you can go to youtube.com/C/Alicia Couri. If you're not on YouTube, just head on over there and subscribe right now, and then come back and watch the rest of the show. If you are on Facebook, hello and welcome, and thank you for joining us on Facebook. So we're streaming on multiple pages on Facebook. If you are in the Small Business Saturday Shout Out group and you leave a comment for me, please tag the end of the comment with your name, because StreamYard and Facebook, they block your identity for privacy reasons unless you give them permission. So you can go over to facebook.com/groups/SBSSO. If you own a small business, have a small business, and want to be a part of our group, please go over there and join the group. You know, we do a lot of different things in that group. And so if you leave a comment from that group, just tag your name at the end. But we have networking events, quarterly networking events. And actually, people do business together in those networking events. They meet each other, they collaborate. So it's really and it's a lot of fun. And I give away stuff. So if nothing else, come to the networking event and see if you can win some stuff. And we also have master classes that we do in that group. We've done several master classes with some experts that have held some master classes in that group. And we're just a fun group. You can come into the group and promote whatever it is that you have going on. You can promote your business. You can promote an event you have coming up. You can promote whatever it is your small business is and what you do in that group. It's free to promote, and members do pay attention to that. Also, this is called Small Business Saturday Shout Out. This is a show for small business owners, and it's here to get some exposure for your brilliance so your clients can discover who you are and what you do. So not only do you get some exposure here on the show, but we do something a little special here is after the interview, you get a copy of this interview for you to now use in your own marketing. So you get a marketing asset from this interview as your own. So it's a little bit unique what we do here in Small Business Saturday Shout Out. So I hope you can join us. We're always looking for amazing guests. So join the group and send me a message, DM me. Say, Alicia, I want to be on Small Business Saturday Shout Out, and I will respond to you, and I will send you the calendar so that you can jump on and be a part of the show. Now, we do call it Small Business Saturday Shout Out. There are 3 ways on a Saturday that you can get a shout out for this show. One is to be a guest on the show, of course. We're highlighting and spotlighting your business on the show. The second way is to do a commercial. You can do a 30-second commercial on the show whenever we have a live show like this. So just contact me if you want to do a 30-second commercial for your business. And the third and easiest way to do a shout out on this show, is leave a comment. Just go right ahead in the comments and write your name, your business name, your company, business or company name, and how people can best reach you and I'll shout you out during the show. I'll just tell people who you are, put it up on the screen, and you can get a shout out that way. So if you would like to connect with me, please, you can go to alicia360.com in your browser. Just type that in and hit the connect button. And there are all kinds of ways to connect with me. So if you want to do a shout out, if you want to do a commercial, if you want to be a guest, do a commercial. If you want to sponsor the show, you can definitely sponsor a segment of the show, which is awesome. And just connect with me at alicia360.com. So if you wanted to sponsor the show, we can have your name going across the ticker just like this. I'm going to put it here right now. Sponsored by Alicia Couri Inc. and produced by Red Carpet CEO. So just how that popped up on the screen, we can have your business pop up on the screen just like that if you choose to sponsor a segment of the show. So I am so excited today because I met my next guest on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is an amazing way to meet people and meet other business owners and connect, collaborate, and really find out more about their products and services. And so I am really excited to bring my next guest on, Mr. Joel Simmons. So hold on one second and I will get him back on the show. Hey, Alicia Couri here with Small Business Saturday Shout Out. And my next guest, Joel Simmons, it has a really interesting story. So let me tell you about Joel. So I know that he is a firefighter and EMT, but Joel Simmons is the intrepidly daring individual that is completely and sincerely devoted and determined to make the world a little better by sharing his firsthand authentication that life can be beautiful, as stated by his past mentor, Bishop S.C. Madison. The Community Beacon, which he is a part of, it's a live stream that focuses on mind shift to provide knowledge, information, and real life experience to those who follow the show and more, in hope that people will reach breakthrough status via mind liberation or mind research expansion. Joel is a speaker and a motivator, and I am so honored to welcome to the show. Oh, I had the wrong name up there. I'm sorry, Joel. I read the wrong name. Don't worry, I'll fix that in post edit. Don't we just like post edit? Thank you, Joel. Hi.
No
Thank you so
problem.
much for coming here.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Alicia. I'm so glad to be here in a small business Saturday shout out with you. This is amazing, and you're amazing. I've been following some of your work on LinkedIn, and I was like, this lady has got it going on. She's like out there doing it.
Well, I think I will sleep when I'm no longer on this earth. So I just got to keep going, keep doing it. So you are a firefighter and have been an EMT as well. But through that experience, you've recognized that you have a gift to really speak and motivate people. Is that why you've chosen kind of to take that path to be a speaker now?
So, yeah, that's a good question. It really sets us up for a little bit of my back history, right? Um, it was not actually firefighting. And, I did enter into firefighting about 15 years ago. And, maybe a couple years before that, all I wanted to do was to help people. And, you know, I ended up working with my mother for a little bit of time, and I created a youth group, and I had a great time. It was amazing. We had tons of programs and things like that going on, and we just really got with it, right? And then at the end of the week, she would come to me and she would say, all right, now listen, this is a grant run organization. So what you need to do is you need to document every single thing that you did. And I was like, what? No way. I don't want to document anything. This is horrible. So it was like Fridays, I sat there, pen and paper, and just like
Just writing and
grudgingly
writing.
writing everything down. It was so terrible. So
Listen, yeah, sometimes documentation can be hard on people who are not like you're a speaker, so you're not into all the details and just remembering everything that you have to do to write it down. That's kind of like me too, to have to just sit and record everything after the fact. So I just like to go out and speak.
I, there's definitely a flare and a fire inside of speaking, and I guess, so what I ended up doing was deciding, hey, why don't I become a firefighter? They don't have to write anything. So that's how I became a fireman. It wasn't like
Oh,
some really glorious thing that happened out there.
it
It was
wasn't a
just,
dream you had as a kid. I'm going to be a
no, it
fireman.
wasn't.
No,
Yeah,
it's like
no, nothing like
release paperwork. All
that.
right, there we go. Firefighting.
Yes, I can help people and I don't have to write about it. So I was happy, and I entered in as a firefighter EMT. And since then, I've moved up. I became a paramedic and a lieutenant. And that's my current position, right in the box. And I enjoy it. And guess what? I get to write all the reports.
Anyway, I was going to say, I don't think that you escaped it. We think that we can escape stuff, but we really don't. We don't.
Very
It's
true.
it still comes back around at us. So, um, I just noticed actually both of us are in blue. Red is my color, but we're both wearing blue today. Isn't that coincidental? How wonderful is
Listen, it
that?
is more than a coincidence because I thought about you when I went to go get my wardrobe, and I was like, "Oh, Alicia, her favorite color is red. She's so audacious." And I was like, I was going to put on a red shirt, and I said, "No, I should not do that because she
Oh
is going
my
to
gosh.
be in red." So I picked blue, and then you showed up with blue
Oh my
also.
gosh. I pulled out three different red shirts to put on. And I put them right back in the closet. I said, you know what? I haven't worn anything blue in a while. And I pulled out this blue shirt. How audacious is that? I
That's
can do that.
perfect. I mean, it was just meant to
I
be.
think
It
that
is what
it
it
was meant
is.
to be, meant to be. So, so what types of subjects do you speak on? Because I want to make sure people understand the topics that you speak on to motivate.
Okay, well, I have been speaking for about 20 years. I started speaking back in 2000. As a matter of fact, 2000, March 21st, 2000 was my first speaking engagement. And I've been doing that ever since. And while I was in the fire department, it just hit me. There was a couple of It was within the last year, somebody came up to me and asked me to be on a podcast. And, I'm doing this little searching and everything, trying to figure out exactly which way am I going,
Mhm.
because I think that it's time for me to exit out of the fire department. And I was like on the podcast, and I was like, whoa, this was the greatest thing ever. Okay, all right, that's it. Okay, so I need to do a podcast live stream, whatever it is, I need to be there. And a friend asked me, said, "Hey, listen, can you come and speak on verbal judo?" And I looked at them. Shout out to Susie Hastings and
Verbal judo.
verbal judo, right? So it's
Mm.
basically the ability to talk somebody down in certain intense, inflamed environments. And I was like, Susie, I had never taught verbal judo before. And she said, well, all of us are trained in teaching it. And as long as we're in the room, you can train. I'm like, Susie, I'll do this, but I'm only doing it for you. I just want you to know this is for you. She's like, well, you can do it. I know you can. And so I got out there, and it had been some time since I had spoken before such a large group. And I spoke, and I was like, oh,
I
that's
love
it.
this.
Yes, this, what I was doing before is right here in front of me, and this is it. And so it led on to many different things, and a lot of different leads that came up. And I was just like, okay, I got it now. All right, so I'm going to do podcast, live stream, and I'm going to go back into speaking. And you know what? There's something else that I do. For the last 20 years, I have been assisting people in getting their life together. So I'm going to help coach people to get their lives together because this is natural for me and because it's a part of who I am, what I do.
Right.
And so then your question, as you asked, I reached this boiling point where it was like, okay, it's all or nothing, and I'm just going to go in 100% in because this is my passion. This is what I do. This is my inspiration. This is my motivation. This is what I breathe. This is what I eat. This is what I speak. This is what I'm doing when I'm at the fire department, when I'm in my church congregation, when I'm in my family, when
Right.
I'm around friends. This is what I do. Whenever an issue, a concern comes up, this is what I'm doing. I am helping them to get out of their own way. So, what do? I motivate people. I inspire people. I problem solve with people. I empower people. I strengthen people. I strengthen the bonds. I strengthen the bonds that are within their relationships, and I discuss those relationships. I help them to bridge the gaps in those relationships. And this is just an outflow of the inside of me that comes out every single
Preach
day.
it. You're preaching. I love it. I love it. You know, if someone who is looking for a speaker is looking for someone to motivate their audience in their workplace or wherever it is, you need to get in touch with Joel. So look, going across the bottom of the screen, you can email him or you can contact him on LinkedIn. To email Joel, go to simmons.savinglives@yahoo.com, or you can connect with him on LinkedIn at Joel Simmons. So if you're looking for a motivational speaker, someone who is passionate about changing lives, you got to connect with Joel. Let me ask you, Joel,
Mhm.
what is your superpower? As if you didn't already just tell us, but you can still.
Well, I mean, that's definitely it. And it's just natural for me. I'm just like a ball of fire. As a matter of fact, I was in I was in a actually it was a seminary, and I was there, and they dubbed me a fireball.
And you're a firefighter and you're a fireball.
Yes, and it was because of my interaction with other people. The way that my mother brought me up was to always search and seek out the good in other individuals. And she told me that when I was really small, I don't remember this, but when I was really small, that I had this obsession with justice. And it still runs through me today. When people are treated unfairly, when people are looked down on, when people are bullied, for some reason, I have this internal
You got to
mechanism that
stand up.
just,
It's like
yes,
you get this
yes,
righteousness that boils up inside of you that has to defend and come to the aid of
yes.
those.
So that's it. That's my superpower. It's empathy. That's my
Nice.
superpower, empathy. And
Empathy for others. I love that. So Community Beacon live, you can join them live. They live stream on LinkedIn on Friday nights at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Tell us a little bit about Community Beacon, and then I have one more question for you before we wrap.
okay, excellent, excellent. So, Community Beacon is you mentioned it earlier, and that's exactly what it is. The whole process, part of my process and where I am right now, why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, was because I felt as if it was time to be, liberated, free myself, so to speak. And even underneath the workload that I am at, Sometimes we find ourselves in toxic environments and we feel as if we need to stay there because of our finances. Well, part of what I do is teach people, one, how to prepare themselves for the next phase of their life. And two, I also teach people how to be free inside their own skin. You can be free in
Mm,
the most toxic of environments, but
that's
it's a
big.
mindset shift.
Yes, how to be free in your own body. Oh, thank you, Tony. Tony says empathy is a fantabulous superpower.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks,
and
Tony.
and helping them so they can coach with you or hear you speak and connect with you in order to take that to the next level if they're looking to do that, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to speaking with them.
With anyone who feels like they're in a toxic environment and wants to be free, even if they can't physically uh, remove themselves from the situation yet, they can be free in their mind and be able to experience that. So contact Joel. So let me give you the way to get in touch with him again. You can email him at simmons.savinglives@yahoo.com or go to LinkedIn at Joel Simmons. And so the final thing I wanted to share is that you're on TikTok. You're
Yes.
TikToking.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
motivational speeches are on TikTok. So if you want to connect with Joel, you can go search him out on TikTok too. and
Yeah.
and listen, you do some I've watched a few of them. You're on YouTube, you're on TikTok, and I've watched a few of your videos just sharing really about um different things, aspects of life. Like, what is your favorite thing to share with people so far?
So, the thing that I like to share mostly is, I guess, it's just, liberty and the freedom of their mind. But um, many
So give me
times,
two tips then. Give me two quick tips on how you
oh,
can be liberated in your mind.
okay, so here's two separate tips, and these are big ones. All right, and then this is something that people, if y'all out there, write these two things down. All right, so the first one is when you're dealing with a difficult situation, you're dealing with difficult people, you're dealing with situations where you're harnessing trouble, or you're harnessing some type of animosity inside of you because you had disagreement with your wife or your husband, significant other, or whatever it is. It can even
Coworker,
be a
right.
coworker at the job. All right. So the first thing you need to do is you have to forgive that individual, right? So this is number one. First, you forgive them. You have to forgive them because number one, sometimes people don't even always know exactly what they do when they do what they're doing. They're just hurting people. And this may not even have anything to do with you. It can be something that is in their own mind, something that is a defect inside their own system. There is also the
Something
chance that
else
they
that
are
triggered
doing this
them.
purposely, but you forgive them nonetheless because this is your power. All right. The second thing is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself because you've allowed for them to enter inside your mind, enter inside your heart, and place something there that is causing you pain. You need to get rid of this. This is why you first forgive them and second forgive yourself. It's just like having garbage, right? Every day we go home, we eat something. Like I had this glass of Perrier. I'm going to throw that bottle in the garbage. And then eventually I'm going to take that garbage out to the street, and then the trash man's going to come by and it's gone forever. Why, if you were to think that garbage is like our internal mechanisms that are of negativity, why would I bring somebody else's negativity in my house? Why would I allow them to
Why would you
pollute
go to
or
your neighbor and pick up their garbage and bring it into your house?
exactly? And so what we do is we take other people's garbage home with us, and then we go and we lay down in the bed. We're laying in the bed with someone else's garbage sitting on our chest.
And
We're
we
taking a
replay
bath
it.
with their garbage inside of our mind. So you need to forgive yourself. First, you forgive them. Second, you forgive yourself. And lastly, you let it go. Even if you have to say it
That's
out loud.
hard for some people though, to let it go. That's hard.
So, and that's why it's a three-step process, because in each part of the process, you are actually letting a piece of it go. as you go along. So now this is moving you into a mindset of being free from all these things, because at this point in time, you're starting to get the feeling that whatever it was that they said or did should not ruin, wreck, or guide your life. That's the reason why
Absolutely.
you let it go.
And you see, people tend to say, well, I don't want them to get away with it, but you holding on to it doesn't do anything to them. You
No,
know,
it doesn't.
they often say, I don't know who started saying this, but it's, holding a grudge against someone is like drinking poison and hoping that it kills them or it affects them, but you're the one drinking the poison. So it's
Yes.
really important for you to be able to let it go. Let
Yes.
it go. and and
Yes.
and be happy in your own life. Just
Yes.
leave them alone and keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
Joel, this was such a pleasure. I enjoyed our short little time together. Is there anything any parting words you want to leave with our audience as we close off today?
Just I appreciate being on the show with you. Like I said, you're an inspiration, and
Thank you.
seeing you work. I sent somebody to you the other day. I was like, "Oh, you need to check Alicia out. She's amazing." Just
Thank
she's
you.
like, "I'm connecting with her now on LinkedIn." So I hope you all connect. And I love what you're doing for ladies everywhere. If anybody needs me, I'm glad to help them. Just hit me up on the email or LinkedIn, or you can look me up on TikTok. I'm the Motivatorpreneur. All right, so
The
that's where I am.
motivatorpreneur. All
Yeah,
right. I'm not even going to attempt to spell that while things are crawling across the
the screen. Yeah, yeah, no worries. Yeah,
But thank you so much, Joel, and I will probably have you again sometime, and we could talk a little bit more about your coaching business and how you help people move through these blocks that they have in their mindset to become freer. So thank you so much. Have the best rest of your week.
thank you, Alicia. You as well, and thank you again. Good night, everybody.
Well, that was Joel Simmons. I hope you gained something from that. He gave you three really important tips on how to become freer in your mind if you're in a toxic situation, or if someone has offended you or you get hurt over something. It's to forgive them, number one, forgive yourself, number two, and then forget about it. Throw it away like the garbage. So thank you so much, Joel, for all of that. And I just want to share something with you that if you would like an interview, again, please contact me. There are multiple ways to contact me. You can DM me. You can just, send up smoke signals if you have to. Just let me know, hey, I want an interview. Where if you join the group, if you join Small Business Saturday Shout Out group, every time we put up a post for that we're looking for guests, just answer that and I'll send you the link to book to be a guest on the show. So to join the group again, it's facebook.com/groups/SBSSO, and that stands for Small Business Saturday Shout Out. So I also have another show that Joel kind of alluded to, and that's Love My Body, Love Myself. So on Tuesday nights, join me live right here. And we stream again, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and on LinkedIn. So if you would like to be a part of that show, if you'd like to be a guest on that show, again, just hit me up, just DM me, or go to alicia360.com. And in that, you can connect with me on that site. So I'm trying to make sure I got everything in that I needed to get in on the show today. I also wanted to share that you can please leave me a comment, leave Joel a comment. We will go back in, respond to those comments. Let us know if there's anything in particular that you want to see or want us to share on the show. Um, I I I love to really shout people out and give them a platform to speak and to share their message. So don't be shy. Come on. I don't bite. Come on the show and also be a part of Love My Body, Love Myself. If you know anyone who would be a good guest for that show is all about self-love. We do focus on women and women's issues. And on Tuesday, I have a guest coming on to talk about chiropractic care and why it's so good to for the body and to love your body through chiropractic care. It's not just for injuries. Chiropractic care is not just for if you slip and fall or you were in an accident. It really helps that mind body connection stay intact. So please come watch the show. Even if you're not a woman, come watch the show. You'll learn a lot from Dr. Jenna. So with that said, I'm trying to close out the show, but I do want to still promote a couple things. So we launched a book this past week, and the book was well received. We hit number one. So woo, we hit number one in 7 categories on Amazon. We only entered it for 2, but we hit it on 7 in 7 categories. So shout out to Nefertina and Di for all the hard work to get that happening. So if you would like a copy of that book, it's called Rise Up, Women Who Lead Building Legacy. And I am a contributor to that book. It's 33 women. The stories, amazing, incredible stories from 33 women, all from a princess, from 2 princesses in Uganda, I believe, or I don't want to say the wrong thing, but they are legit princesses. Their stories. We have stories from women all over the world that have shared their moment of rising up and how they are building a legacy. So go check the book out. It's on Amazon right now. You can go to my link tree. It's linktr.ee/a Couri, and you can grab the link and order the book. So now I'm done. All right. Now I'm going to close off the show. Thank you so much for joining us today on Small Business Saturday Shout Out. I am looking to help you shout out your business. So please get in touch with me. Join the community over at facebook.com/group/SBSSO. And I'll see you next Saturday. Well, I'll see you on Tuesday if you come to the show for Love My Body, Love Myself. Then I'll see you next Saturday for another episode of Small Business Saturday Shout Out. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much. And I'll see you then. Bye.